Okay, looks like I am live. Hello and greetings to you, viewer from across the tubes. I'm Gnarly Quack, and back coding again uh, near the bewitching hour on a Friday night. And I'm going to be working on my TOML parser. So I'm just going to kind of get into it, I guess. I guess I'm not all clean. But I think my tests are probably, oh no. Hey, Opress, how are you? Something broke. I broke something. Oh, I need to get my virtual environment up. How you been? So what do I need to do that? I think that's it. Now that should work. Yeah. Yeah. I've been working on a TOML parser. Kind of despite my bio, I'm actually employed now. So this is kind of a side project with work um, that I'm doing in my spare time. I'm hoping I can use it in work, but I'm just coding it kind of for fun and to learn and um, yeah, and hopefully to use it at work. So I'm kind of in the final stages of it. I've got well, the test suite passing here, which I just nicked from the TOML test suite. I don't know if it's the TOML test suite, but this thing here. So I've got all that passing, and I'm probably just going to do some persnickety stuff today where well, tonight, where I just want to go through and like kind of walk through the parser and kind of clean it up and then clean up some of the error messages that are going on. So that's kind of the agenda, not too exciting, to the extent that coding ever gets exciting, I guess. But I will pull up the spec here, just because we can. Guess I don't really need this up here, but I might as well leave it up there. Um, oh, really? Like, oh, did not know that. Okay, well, it was already worth the stream then. I learned something tonight. Thanks. All right, so I guess I'll get into the, what am I calling this? TOML parser. Guess I'll just jump into the Lexer here. I may want to have this up. So basically what I'm doing is, and by the way, before you tell me, I do know there's a TOML parser now in the standard library of Python 3.11. Most people that have watched me do this project, I think, have just been dropping into chat to tell me it's in the standard library now, but that's fine. But what my project is doing that is different from the standard library, at least I think, because I'm actually only running Python 3.10, I think. I'm still in 3.10. I'm trying to parse more than one error. No, it's fine. I don't actually care. The first person that told me, I didn't know it. So, but it was somebody that also has dropped into my chat too. So, so it's good to know. It was also good to find out that it was only added in 3.11 and not like been sitting there since 2.7 or something, you know. But so one of the things my parser is hoping to do is kind of have like a robust error handling. So instead of just bailing out on the first error and throwing in exception, it kind of keeps going and catches multiple errors. And then the other thing I wanted to do is actually return the metadata, or have the option to return the metadata that it parses. Because usually, right, if you're using a TOML file, you're using that for configuration. So in addition to just validating the TOML itself, you generally, or at least this is what I'm actually doing at work, I want to validate the configuration as well. So I want to use the same metadata that the parser used, so that if there's an error, in the configuration, I can also give out informative error messages because the parser already has all that stuff. So I'm probably going to walk through, do a little cleanup of the error messages, kind of define my API, and then we'll see how long that goes. It's almost midnight. But I may, actually, I don't even have this on GitHub yet, so I may push that up there and set up like an action to test this, because at work we're on 3.5. So just make sure this runs all the way back to 3.5. And then if I get really, really motivated, I can try and push this up to maybe to the cheese shop or something. So that's kind of the agenda. Because I think I actually have the metadata working. I think I did that on my last, right? I've got that all committed. Yeah. Which wasn't too much code, but it was just hard to kind of figure out what it was doing. But anyway. So I guess I may want to have the grammar up here just to kind of look at this. So basically we turn our TOML, so this is a string, this is assumed to be a string. We turn that just into an iterator, which is this here, which keeps track of where we are in the file, the errors we're collecting, and then where we are just in the TOML. And then we start our list of tokens here because we're going to parse as we go through in Lexis. We're going to start creating tokens. And then while we still have some TOML, well, no, very few plans I feel like survive their encounter with reality, so we'll see what happens. That's why they're called plans, I guess. So while we're less than the length, well, we're just going to start lexing. Yeah. And then, as our grammar says, we have an expression. And then if we get a new line, we should have another expression. Otherwise, we should be done. If not, then we have some sort of error, which is this here. We expect a new line. Then we're going to resynchronize, which at this point just basically consumes characters till we either, well, I guess I could look to see what that does. But basically we eat characters until we get to the end of the current line. And then, which could be, let's see, peak end of line, I think, also stops at the end of the file, which is just going to be like an empty string. So then we try and eat that new line. It's been about a week since I looked at this, so I kind of got to refresh my memory a little bit. Which only eats if there's something there. And then, what do we do here? Oh, so then we'll meet that if condition, and then here we check to see if we're done yet. And if we are, then we stick on this end of file token, and then depending on whether we have errors or not, we return those errors and false and true. So what I'm going to kind of want to do, I think, on this is sort of build out this resynchronize function or create new ones, because I'm actually not going to pull up all the errors right now. That's what's in the test suite. But we're getting a lot of sort of expected end of line when there's extra garbage. And based on the context that we're in, I think I'm going to want to, like, instead just sort of bail out on whatever we're doing and try and resynchronize to some known point and then keep going. So this is our expression options. So we eat white space, then we peek the next character. Oh, hey, Schoolie. How's it going, man? You're up late like me, I guess. Have you been? Then we're going to lex a table. Then we're going to eat white space and try and hit a comment. If we hit a comment, we're just going to eat that and be done. Otherwise, if we're, oh, I see, we explicitly check if we're at the end of the line. If we are, then we don't do anything. Otherwise, we try and lex a key value. Not too bad, not too bad. Had a decent week at work. I was thinking about streaming earlier, but I don't know. I got off of work and then I was just lazy for a while. So there you go. How's everything going with you with like school and the job hunt? So this actually seems reasonable to me. Now, one thing I'm thinking though is I may want to bump these out. So just something like that. That would be like that. And then maybe go like this. Maybe something like that. Oh, nice. Was that, didn't you say you went to some sort of like virtual job fair? Is that how you got that one? I mean, that's how I got my job, so I guess I should have knocked the job fairs. Okay, so that still seems to work okay. Um, oh, okay. Oh, wow. They're still because you've been out of that for a while, huh? They still, what do they have like a job board set up? Oh, okay. I thought it was sooner than that. Okay. So that is that. So let me take a look at e-comment. Yeah. I guess I could just bump that in, right? We're only going to do any of that if there's a comment there. Um, so that, I'm just going to kind of spam my test suite here as I go through this. So here in Lex table, we're going to eat that first left bracket. We're going to check to see if there's another one. If there is, then we eat that character, and then we stick that token on. Otherwise, we're just going to stick, well, depending on whether we have an array table or not, we stick either double left bracket or a single left bracket on. Where's my table definition here? So then we eat any number of white space, then we try and lex a key, and then we eat white space again. And that is the same here. Then we do this where we look for closing characters. And if we don't have them, well, if we have them, we're all good. Otherwise, we have that. Oh, well, depending on how far I get through this tonight, you'll see what a mess Python packaging is, because I was doing a little bit of research on that before the stream, because I may try and publish this on PyPy. And the more they try and fix it, the worse it gets, I feel like. Okay, so here I'm probably going to want to do something where if we don't Lex a key, um, well, we'll come back to that. But this looks okay, I think, for now. But here, I think we're going to kind of want to change a little bit of the logic. So we want to Lex a key. Where is our key val definition here? Is it all the way up here? It is. So we get a key. And I guess we should have one. Otherwise, we eat white. Then we eat any amount of white space. Where am I looking here? Key val separator. Any amount of white space. Then an equal sign. And then we eat more white space than Alexa value. So now this is necessarily not the smartest thing here because, right, if we don't have an equal sign, so we eat white space, and the only reason we've stopped eating white space is because there's no white space. So if we don't have an equal sign, this basically doesn't do anything. So the question is do we just, I think the thinking being, maybe we just try and Lex a value after that. Oh, nice. Thanks, Oprah. Thanks for popping back in. Have a good shopping trip. I hope you can get out of there for a reasonable amount. What with what with inflation being the way it is these days. Well, one thing I might want to do is just bump that up there. So let's just run the test suite. That looks good. So I guess that seems reasonable to me. And then we'll try and Lex a value. So when we Lex a key, basically a dotted key is a simple key with a dot. Oh, wow. Oh, the drink. Okay. Well, that's not 25 yen isn't too bad, right? I mean, it'd been a couple months, maybe a month. So I do like a meal service. So I don't actually do a lot of shopping. Not like a meal service where I get, but like, they give you the box of ingredients and you cook everything. So I actually don't do a ton of shopping. So it'd been like a month since I went shopping. And I swear to God, everything was $1 more expensive. It was crazy. Anyway, and I doubt the prices will ever come down. They'll just sit there until I don't know, until like things normalize, I guess. I don't know. Sure. Yeah. You have a Monster Energy log? All right, let me check this out. I do only have one screen though, so I usually go private just to be sure. Okay. So are you? Oh wow. Is today the 18th? Okay. So you just started this, it looks like? Oh, wow, no. How do you keep, is this the time you like updated it or is this the time you actually drank it? Oh, it's the 18th here now, actually. Wow, okay. Wow, 828. What do you have, monsters instead of coffee? Oh, okay. Nice. And it's even the flavor too, huh? Is that what the different colors are? The flavor? Okay. Ultra, Ultra Paradise, Pipeline Punch. I don't know. That sounds a little dicey. I don't know if I'd want to be drinking something out of a pipeline, you know what I'm saying? But you got to treat yourself a little better though. You got to have some more of these paradises, I guess. Okay. I like the font here. Nice, nice. Are you're not keeping like a oh, calorie or caffeine. Okay. Nice. That's okay. It's a Friday night. It's a Friday night. And I'm doing boring stuff anyway. Where was I though? Um, I've never actually had a monster drink. I don't know. I've tasted a Red Bull once, and I don't know if these taste like a Red Bull, but I don't know. Red Bull tasted gross to me. And I like my coffee, and nowadays more tea than coffee in the morning to kind of get me going. Yeah, you look like one of those persons that wakes up and then okay. Yeah. So how many is that? 101 for how many days in the year are we? 31 plus 31 plus 18, so math 49. So like that's about like 2 a day. Okay, that's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's not like drinking a six pack of Coke every day. And if there's zero sugar, drink as many as you want, you know? Although you give yourself a heart attack, I guess, with the caffeine. All right. So what are we doing here? Oh, dot separator, which is also white space. Uh, yeah, so he elects the key, eat white space. If we get a dot, then we slap that period on, and then try and eat white space after that, and we go back to parsing the key. Otherwise, we are done. Um, oh, and I keep doing this. I keep doing this. We are in the lexer. One does not parse in the lexer. One in the lexes. Ugh. Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay. So now a simple key. Um, which is either basically a quoted key or an unquoted key. And here, right, so a lot of this times we're getting, the way we're handling this is, right, we don't know why we don't have a key. Well, we should have, so what's going on here? So all this does is do the loop for lexing a key. So, but we don't know. So we don't really know the context of what we're lexing here. We could have lexed the key, gotten nothing back, and then found a dot, in which that in that case a key is missing. Or we could have just tried to lex a key. We don't lex anything. There's no dot, and then we're done. And then this, we come down to here through, well, trying to lex a key value, a table. Well, that's it, a key value or a table. So whether or not we have an invalid key or a missing key kind of depends on what's going on. And so instead of trying to pass in some sort of context, I think what I may do is return whether we lex something or not. So we'll do that, or maybe we'll just call it result, and then we'll do result equals false, and then we'll return that result. So the only place we call this is up here. So probably what we want to do is just assume that we lex and then try and eat white space, because we're in an error state anyway if we didn't get a key back. So what we'll do is we'll pick a character. And I guess what we'll want to do in all these cases, we're going to kind of want this, right? So actually, we'll set that to that. If we peek a character, then we're going to do, if we peek this period, then what we're going to want to do is that result, then we want to say missing key. Actually, we want to do this before we eat that because we want our position to be right. And then we'll set result equals true, I guess. I guess so. I guess so, because we may. Actually, I guess that doesn't really matter here. I guess we don't even need to set that because, right, we're going to loop back through and that'll just be reset. And if it isn't, result will just be what we want it to be. And then we're going to want to return that result. So now back here in Lex key, what do we want to do? So I guess let's just stick with result for now. So let's see here. We know, right, when you come down to the Lex key value here, we know there's no white space. So there needs to be a non-white space character here. So if we have an equal sign and there's no result, this is going to be a missing key as well. Although, again, we're going to have to do that before we eat that character. Otherwise, I think what we'll do is, then what we'll try and do is maybe resynchronize key val, something like that. Then this will be invalid key, I guess. What are we doing with this resynchronize down here? We are advancing. So maybe what we want to do is I guess line will be iterator. Oops, I think I'm back in C again. There's a current line. Maybe not car. Class equals current character. And we want to go line and position, I guess. So if we don't resynchronize, so basically what we're going to try and do is resynchronize to that equal sign. So let me think about it. We don't have a key, but we know there's no white space. So this eat white space will do nothing. So if we have an equal sign, right, we're missing, otherwise we have some other character there. Which could actually be the end of the line, I suppose. No, probably no, actually not, because, well, actually it could be. Because we actually explicitly checked for that. So I think this will be okay. Where are we here? So what happens? So if we resynchronize, if we don't resynchronize, so what does that mean? We never hit an equal sign? Um, that might be I guess it could be a missing separator or a missing key and a missing separator. Because I guess what we're saying is we only have so let's do that. So if we don't resynchronize, we won't have actually moved the iterator, right? So we'll have missing key, and then we'll have this. Otherwise, if we did have a key, right, we hit some sort of non-key character. Which could be white space or not. And then we'll just try and parse a value. And then we'll set result. We'll try and parse a value. And then maybe we'll return that result. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So I kind of want to run the test suite and watch stuff blow up. So what did we get here? Well, we do have a missing separator, right? Oh. That looks good. I think I called this. So we're going to split this out. To missing key. I'll just be that, I guess. And then we have the valid key. We're passing in the line position for that, and that's going to be this line position and message. So I think we have this now, right? Or not? What did I call this? Oh, I called it H. Okay. So let's see here. I don't know. Does it matter whether we start at the top or not? How many failures do I have? Oh, okay. So something is going funky with Oh. Let's call that key. Let's try that. Let's try that on for size. That fixed one of my error messages, so this is what now? So we're getting the second list, which is the list we expected. So we got that. We expected missing or invalid key. I guess because we're not actually handling that, I guess we need to like handle this everywhere. So Lex key. Result. So this is in what now? Lex table. So if not result, then this is going to be missing key. Which is, so what is our example here? It's not going to be. So we'll have, let's see, we'll have eaten the white space, which is allowed, right? Actually, we'll have eaten that, and then we'll have that. Um, so what we'll do is, I guess we're going to want to resynchronize like table header. I feel like we kind of want to switch this logic. Because we're going to be doing this pattern quite a bit now that I've done this a couple times already. So why is this not oh, because I'm in the test. Duh. So what are we doing here? Actually, I didn't want to. Well, the logic's going to be a little bit different here, I guess. What are we doing here? We have car equals. So let's just peek this. Actually, I kind of screwed that up. There we go. So basically, if I think what we want to do is if the character is not equal to that and not result, then we're going to want to try and resynchronize. And I guess we'll peek the character again. And resynchronize can know, I guess, whether we had a missing key or not, right? In this case. So let's just try this out. So we're going to want to do something like line equals. And then so while we don't have an end of line, so if we break out of here, guess I should make that correct function call. Then we have invalid key. Actually, I guess in that case, we can just do that. And then we can advance. Or actually, we've got what? Missing key. Take that back. Or no. No, this is an invalid key, right? So we know, right? So we're only in here, right? If we have some character that is not the closing table header and we don't have a key, uh, so let's see here. I guess all we needed, actually, I guess, right, we're gonna eat all these characters, and we want to know, um, where we started. I guess the thing is right, if we don't have a closing character, we have an invalid key regardless, right? So let's just, I don't know, let's just do that. We'll resynchronize the table header. And we'll peek that character. So we don't need that. And actually, we don't want to eat these characters, do we? We only want to eat them if... I feel like we only want to eat them if we actually get to... Or do we? I don't know, I guess we got to see what the test suite does. I think we want to eat them regardless. So let's just advance then. So we'll advance the iterator. Maybe this does need to be an elf, right? So if we have a closing thing, we drop out. If we have a result, we drop out, right? Because I'm thinking, what if there's like an invalid, something like, right, we'll lex this, we'll hit the space, and then we'll be sitting here, and that will not be a closing character. But we could be at the end of the line, right? So I feel like this is more like, so if we don't have that and we're not at the end of the line, in other words, we have, right, a something like this, then we're going to want to resynchronize and then peak. Let's see. Otherwise, so if we do have that, we won't meet that. We'll drop down here, right? If we are at the end of the line, this condition won't be met, and we'll go down here. So I think that's what we want to do. I think this is how we want to structure this. Um, although I feel like that's not right either, right? Because then we'll just skip and you won't even check, right? So in this case, right, we'll be sitting here. It's not the closing, and we still want to do this. Um, we want to log that we have an invalid key and then check for this. And I feel like in this case, we want to set result equals true. Like we want to reset that because then we also, um, right, we'll advance up to here. The result will still be false, and we're going to say missing key, which is not the case. So I guess we'll set result back. Oop, something's not closed here. Result equals true. We'll peek that character, and then we'll check for that. So now this will catch the case of something like having a hard time thinking about this. So right? This will catch cases like that, right? We'll be sitting here at this empty line, or it's white space, which we eat here, right? We get foo back, we eat this white space, and then we're sitting here at this B. Um, and we eat up to this, and we say, okay, there's an invalid, right? Regardless of where we're at, right? I guess this is an invalid key. Then we resynchronize. We try and resynchronize, right? Which either will end up there, or will like end up, if it's the end of the line, we'll end up at the end of the line or something. Then we set that equal to true. Now we get here. So if we haven't hit this, it's possible we didn't eat a key at all. So if we get here and there's no key, then that's a missing key. And I feel like this needs to go to an else. And same thing. Right, in this case, we're either, right, when we get here, we're either sitting on a thing, or we're at the end of the line. So I think, actually, this is going to be a missing key. And actually, so if we have one of that, if we have that, right, this breaks out. If we're at the end of the line, so I think this can just go to that. Okay. So that might handle that. And then so now where else are we lexing a key? Here, I believe. Boy, this stuff is so fiddly. What time is it? I've only been going for an hour, but I don't know. I may call it. This is making my head hurt. Okay, so if we didn't get a key here, I guess the only way that's possible, maybe not, right? Because we could have like an unterminated, well, whatever. We'll get there when we get there. Actually, that's interesting though, right? We could return. I guess in that case, we need to return true. So our Lexing is a little. Hey, Alvi. Welcome back. How are you? Our result's a little nebulous here, the meaning of result. I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. I'm struggling with sorting out these errors. My error reporting for my TOML parser. It also doesn't help because it's been about a week since I've looked at this, so. Um, so what did we do here? I think this is different logic, but right now here, if we, what we're saying is if we see an equal sign, but we have no key, then we're missing a key. Otherwise, we don't have, right? We didn't have a key, so we could have like invalid characters in that key. Or we could just also be missing that equal sign. So maybe right, we didn't actually care about resynchronizing here, right? Some up here. You don't actually care if we resynchronized. Here we do. Where are we? Here. So I kind of feel like I do want to do the same thing. So yeah, the logic's a little bit different here. I guess I'll just leave this like this for now, but we do need this resynchronized key value function. So let's just slap that down here. What do they call it? Resynchronized key val. So do we want to eat regardless? I feel like we don't. So this is going to be what is peak end of line doing? I think I want a head here too. Um, then we want to eat all those characters. Then we want to advance the iterator and return true. Otherwise, I guess we want to return false. So I don't know. Let's try that on for size. Infinite loop. Great. Where's our infinite loop? On peak character. And resynchronize key val. Is my condition just screwed up here? So if that or that, we're done. So if it's not that, so if we get to the end of the line, we're done. Or if we peek a thing, we're done, right? So, okay. So what's going on here? Where? So what do we expect here? Missing key. Right, is that what we're saying we got? Oh, yeah. Go ahead and save that. Okay, so I guess what we also want to do, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What we also want to do is what do we have? TOML test. This is what? Valid table test empty. I don't know why this is. Oh, what is this? Empty implicit. Oh, so we want that to change to missing key. What's our next error here? Test invalid table test empty. So this is a missing key, right? Character 2. And which one was this one? Empty. Oh, I gotta hit save all my files. Okay, what do we have? Test valid table. Oh, wait a minute. It's still. Why did we get that twice? So it's saying we actually got this twice? I may have to debug this. I think that's what we need to do. So now what do we want to do? We want to break on Elixir. So that's going to be Lex table. Uh, 76. So we get that left bracket. We eat white space. And we look for the result. So what's in the iterator right now? No errors. Uh, that what it is? I don't remember. I think it's just current. Okay. So we peek the character. It is an end of thing. And we have no result. So we're missing a key. I guess what I forgot to do was I can take this checkout now, right? That was the whole point of that. And I can take this breakpoint out. Okay. What do we got? And I think I updated that. What is this? Just empty? Yeah, so edit. We got tests, invalid table, test array empty. So what's going on here? This is just be missing key. This is what array empty. What do we have here? We have oof. I think we have, this is just a missing. Sure that passes. Looks like it does. This is what? key, what is it, start dot? Key test single open bracket. So we've got just, I think, missing key. Yeah. Oops. Valid key. What is this? Single. Okay. Test new line. Right, so that makes sense. So we're missing the equal between the key and the value, and we have a missing or invalid value. We kind of want to sort that out still. And we're saying we have a missing key. This is what? New line? Okay, and then test empty, I guess. So this is just missing key, right? Invalid key, yeah. Where else are we calling this though? Here, I guess. So this is in keyval. I kind of feel like I want to do the same thing that I did with so right, we got to a non-key character. We eat that white space. So I guess what we're saying is if we don't have an equal sign, then if we don't have a key, then it's possible we just have like invalid key characters. So we're going to want to try and find or look for an equal sign. If we don't find one, then I guess kind of what we're doing is we're assuming, okay, you're missing a key and a separator, and we'll try and parse a value. And if we do find one, we're going to say you have an invalid key. Um, of course, that doesn't really help us. Well, I guess we could just push that logic down. So let's see what this looks like. If I guess what we'll just do is right, I don't know. We can kind of push this logic down. We can just try and resynchronize. Right. So we're saying we don't have a key. So if we end up finding an equal sign, we're saying it's invalid key. If we don't, we're going to say we're missing a key and an equal sign. But either way, we're going to come back. I guess we're going to just want to come back here. So if we did find an equal sign, we're going to say invalid key. Otherwise, we're going to say missing key. Guess that's kind of what we're saying. And I guess no. So if we, at the end of the line, we're done. Or we peek that, we're done. So if that's not the case, we keep advancing. So if that's what we got, right? We're saying we're an invalid key. We want to eat all those characters. Oh, let's eat cars in an advance. Let's see what that does for us. Nothing. Absolutely nothing, right? Is count. Yeah, okay. Well, I guess we're gonna have to take a look at this test, see what's going on. Let's just import. I think that's it. So let's go to. Huh. Well, I guess we're going to Lex table. So we will break on 76. Should not have an array table. We don't. Oops. So we pen that. The white space, which you shouldn't have any. And we get a result back. So in this case, result should be true, right? And we'll have that key. So now what happens? We peek the character. We do not have a closing character, and we do not have an end of line. So we have an invalid key, and we're synchronized to the table header. Let me guess, this is wrong too. So if that happens, oh wait, no, I guess, oh, except I'm in the wrong function. Yeah. So if we peek the end of line, we're done. Or if we peek that, we're done. Otherwise, we're not. Let's see what that does for us. I guess I need to take out my trace. Okay. Still got some errors, but so what do we get? Invalid. Switched from that to should not have that. Um, that's going to be right. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're saying this is going to be invalid key. I guess I need that period in there. Okay, so this is what? Table with pound. White space, so this is also just going to be, right, 10. Oh, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's actually wrong. Hmm. The message is right, right? We've gotten rid of 2 messages. We're going down to just invalid key. Yeah, but that should be a that's more like an invalid key character. So I guess we kind of need to pick that stuff off still, right? We don't know sort of what the story is until guess we're going back to this. Guess that's what we're going to. So where do we call that? So this is going to go to line position. And I guess the same thing's actually going to happen here, right? But right up here, we do this. After we white space. So something like that. So if it's invalid, oh, we need the line. It'll be that. Otherwise, we haven't eaten anything. So let's just bring our failures back up. So where are we here? Oof. With pound, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's right. Um, so that didn't actually fix that, really? Probably because. So what are we doing there? Right. So we get a key back. First thing we do is eat white space, right? Um. So we need to eat white space here. In order to know if there's a period. Um, hmm. Let's see. So I guess we don't. This is actually needless to eat white space. And we have to do it here in order to know whether there's a period or not. And where did I just pick those off? I guess I picked those off up here. Um, hmm. What are we doing up here? Again, the logic's a little bit different here. Here, the only way. Hmm. Because I'm just trying to think if there's a way to like pass in the context, but it's not. It's different logic. All we want to do is get that one white space back. But also, right, this is a needless eat white space because we'll have always come back from Lexi to key having eaten white space. Um, so maybe we want to return like a key result where we have the key we got back, the key that we ended up uh, Lexing, and where we left off. That might be the way to do it. So what do we have here? Well, I guess we wouldn't have the actual value that we got. So I guess what I'm thinking is something like um, so something like then if result I don't know, line pause else I guess like that. So here in Lex key, we don't need this. So what we'll do is if result, then line pos is going to equal that result. Otherwise, line's going to equal the iterator current line, and the pos is going to equal the iterator current character, I guess. Where else are we calling Lex key from? Here. I guess what I do. And I think that's all. So this is in table, this is in key val, and then we have the thing itself. Okay. This is in what? White space. That's in what? Table white space? So this goes down to one error, I believe. Okay. Now we've got what? Do I have that open? I guess not. Valid table test. Sid brackets open. So we're getting what? An invalid key character, I guess that's all we're getting. One, two, line 3. Nested. Oh. So now where are we? Test. I feel like I've already. Oh, I think I feeling I left off with this. So we got 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I think that's it, right? Oh, now we're gonna have at, oops. Oh yeah, this is all, this is all one line. But because we thought we had saying this is invalid key character, we're going to close that there and then, right? Guess that's what we're saying. Kind of what we're saying there. Looks like it. So what do we think about that? Except that was not... Wait a minute, what happened? I thought I deleted one of these. Okay. So that was what? Table elbow brace. So I need to do that, but now are we? Equal sign. This is just going to go to that one error. Character 6. Or so is that equal sign? This is a start bracket. So what are we getting here? We're getting line 2. Character 5. Actually, that's right. An invalid key character. 2 character 9. Oh yeah, okay. So that was at 5, we said? And then at 9, we said 2. Guess that's what we're saying? Yep. This is what key start bracket. To 9, that turns into okay. So now we're at so this is also an invalid key and a missing closing thingy. So at 5, right? And then 9. Like that's what we were saying. Yep. That was what open bracket. And then we've got so we're getting what here? I thought we had this sorted out. It's because we had a valid key, right? Yeah. So that is and this is what, 2? Oh, we're only getting 2 errors? So we're gonna have to see what's going on there. Guess that's going to be here. We'll break here. 199. So we got a result. We're gonna have bare key. So we do not have that, and we have a result. So we're missing a separator. We have no result. So right. So we've got that. Okay. So we're in Lex expression. So we eat white space. We eat comment. Eat a new line. Still Lexing. No Lexing expression. Eat white space. So it's not that. It's not that, so we go Lexa keyval. So we have no result. Oh, okay, yeah. So I guess this is not dependent on that. Let's see what that does for us. Um, $24. This is in the parser. Well, we're doing something, doing something bad there. What are we doing down here? Yeah, that was dumb of me. I guess I'm just overthinking this. $947. What are we talking about? Well, somewhere I am overriding my iterator. Um, 980. Not quite sure how I'm doing that, but okay. Int object has no attribute current. Well, what, 980? Oh, duh. All right. That took care of all my errors. So what do we have here? Seems wrong to me. Seems we're missing a key. So what's going on here? If uh, 119. So no result, right? No tokens. So we don't have a result, right? So we're going to get the line. So I plus equals 1. So that should be fine, and we break out. Oh, gosh. That's not where I wanted to do that. I want to do that in There. I guess I need to wrap up here once I get these. Assuming I'm able to get these sorted out. So this goes to and then that, right, all these go away. The rest of this goes away. Right? Oh boy. All right. We need to do that. This is going to be guess it doesn't really matter what we return here. Right, because we never found a thingy. So it looks like we passed in that. What is this? Special character? Um, Test escape. It's only going to go to what? Invalid key character. Yep. Let's escape. So what do we have here? We've got unterminated inline table. All right. Then we've got 24. We expected a new line after expression. So that's line 2. I feel like this should be line. Oh. 4. Uh, that's an invalid key, right? Or we're saying it's a missing key. We've got a missing Hubi between it, and then it's a missing or invalid value. Okay. Um, might want to look at that one. Might want to look at that one. I'll take that failure down. This is what, inline line break 4. We're back. Line break 3. I think this is going to go to two one is going to turn into invalid key character. So we have 1-9, yeah, invalid. Those are gonna go away, and then we're gonna expect, right, this is that goes away, and then this is line 2. Line 2, character 5, I think we're saying, yeah. So it looks like that's working okay. Oops. And then the 2. I'm gonna have to get rid of that. Oh, you know what? I probably broke all this JSON. Great. Because JSON sucks. Forgot about that. Okay. Woe is me. Alright, well, thankfully, though, I got JIT, so I can just go in there and take a look at it, I suppose. So this is going to be unterminated. Right, then we're going to have, right, missing key. Missing that, or I guess that's the only difference there. Yeah. This is line break 1. That's what we're saying. Oh, okay. I don't even know what do we get in here? Uh, missing key. Okay. I think that's the only change there. All right. What's this? Encoding. I think that's what we said. And now we're down to our last one. I'm probably going to call it after this then. So what are we saying? Line 1? Yeah, this is just going to get a missing key, I guess. What is this? Array. No, close table. Okay, so we're back to green. So what I do want to do is generate my tests, I guess. Okay, so I don't think I broke that. It's like I did not break that. That looks okay. Key empty. Actually looks okay, I guess. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Start bracket. Start dot. Right, empty. Guess I didn't really break any of these. This is what? Table empty. I guess because I deleted everything except the last one, so I ended up not breaking any of them. So what do you say to that? So let's see here. Okay. So I guess that's where I'm going to leave it. That is where I'm going to leave it. I guess I'll commit these. Let me just quit out here and make sure I don't have any unsafe changes. I don't know. All right. And with that, I'm going to call that a stream. Guess I didn't really get as far as I was kind of wanting to, but that's fiddly error. Oh, hey, Basin. You caught me just as I was about to duck out. You know what pho is, right? PHO? It's like a Vietnamese noodle soup, kind of like ramen-esque. Oh yeah, we got a few pho shot. I guess it's pronounced pho. I don't know. It's going okay. It's going okay. Got kind of a late start. I don't know. I've been going a couple hours, I guess. So that's a decent stream. But it's going well. I had an okay week. We got some snow, some pretty lousy weather, so I stayed inside working. I was thinking about streaming earlier, but it's Friday, so it's kind of lazy. So I got a late start. How about you? How you doing? I guess your break's over, huh? I guess that's been over about a week. I didn't really stream this week. Okay. Yeah, was it Saturday morning? Okay. Nice. What do you got planned for the weekend? Anything exciting? Coding, gym, homework? Nice. Well, I may try and hop on again tomorrow or Saturday. Oh, nice. Yeah. Well, let's see how it goes. It's almost 3 a.m. here. Well, not almost, but yeah, no worries. We'll see how the day goes. I don't know. I got another birthday to go to, so we'll see how that goes. Although I don't really have to get ready for it, but I should do some chores too instead of just coding. But I'll probably just end up coding. But we'll see. Anyway, have a great day. I'm gonna try and go get some sleep, I guess. So thanks for stopping in, saying hi. Thank you. And yeah, so I'll see you next time, Bazin. And if anybody else is lurking, then thank you for lurking or for checking this out on the VOD after the fact. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I bid you all peace and take care. See ya.